is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Jeremy Lin getting the contract to play overseas, and I just wanted to ask my fans, do you think this is the end of Jeremy Lin being in the NBA, as he will now try to sign a contract in China, and he really didn't get no offers in the NBA, which is unfortunate because I feel like Jeremy Lin showed that he had a lot left in the tank when he was playing with Atlanta. Yeah, he was putting up empty numbers, and they really didn't matter as much because they wasn't winning. But he still showed that he can be a decent backup point guard, and he still can get to the rim. He still can shoot a little bit to create a shot. And I'm just shocked that his career went down so fast. I know he had a lot of injuries these last couple years, like in Brooklyn when he only played one game in 36 games the year before. And obviously, playing in Atlanta, he got banged up a little bit, but he still was able to give them 10 points on 46% from the field, 33% from three, and he shot 84% from the free throw line, but he also shot 3.3 free throws a game and still was able to give them 3.5 assists. And if you look at his career, he was able to give them 11.6 points, 43% from the field, 34 from three, 80% from the free throw line, and 4 assists. And he only averaged a career of 25 minutes. The last time he got 25 minutes was when he played for Brooklyn. And that one game, he gave them 18 points. And the year before that, he gave them 24 minutes, and he gave them 14.5 points a game. So I still think that Jeremy Lin can play, and I still think that he can make a contribution to a team. But I'm just shocked that nobody in the entire NBA really wanted him, because I still think that a lot of people think Jeremy Lin is a joke, and nobody really believes in Jeremy Lin. And he even admitted himself that this may be the end of his career, and the NBA seems like they just don't want him to be in the NBA no more. He's not a quality NBA player, and even though he does have a large following across the world, including the U.S., I'm surprised that nobody wanted him just for the ability to have people watch him on TV and be a big draw and give them more money, because TV deals are important. And if you can get a large following from the country that he's from to watch your games, that gives you more money, and that's the business perspective of basketball. And I think Jeremy Lin can definitely still do that, because he's one of the most popular players over in his country and in those other areas. So I'm just in shock that Jeremy Lin couldn't get nothing. It's a lot of teams, and me personally, that could have used a player like Jeremy Lin and had him as a second or first string guy coming off the bench, and still being able to rely on his playmaking ability and his decent passing and his ability to create his own shot and cause chaos, because this is a guy that can score in multiple ways, and he keeps the defense off balance because he's always in attack mode. And you do want guys that can be instant offense. You do want guys that can go out there and give you something different. So even though there's a lot of young point guards coming in and a lot of ways to get players via Summer League, G League, and overseas, I really want to know if you guys believe that it's the end of Jeremy Lin. Can he continue to play? Will he be able to make a roster by the trade deadline when the buyouts are happening? Can he make a roster around that time? Do you guys think that this really is Jeremy Lin's last hope, is going overseas and still showing that he can score, he can still play, and that he can still contribute to a team on the NBA level? Because at this point, when you get this far, it's more than just you suck. It's more than just you can't play. Because we obviously know, like we seen in Toronto and Atlanta, that Jeremy Lin can still play and he can still score on the NBA level. And on top of that, if you think about it, this is a guy that can come off the bench and score off the bench. It's not like you're asking him to be a starter. You asking him to be a franchise piece. You're not doing any of that. So in my personal opinion, I think that that's another thing that I was kind of surprised about is that nobody thought that he was worth anything because you're not going to really pay him that much money. You're going to pay him less than 2 million just to come on your roster. And even if you do pay the 2 to 3 million, I still think that he's worthy of that spot. We done seen a lot of players that are worse than Jeremy Lin right now that have still got a deal. And it could because they're more younger and they're more youthful and they got more upside, which is fair. If you think a guy has more upside and you're willing to take more of a gamble on a guy that's younger and can possibly be better than Jeremy Lin, I can't really lie. That is a good move too because you're still trying to protect your future and you're still trying to try out assets that can turn into something special. And Jeremy Lin, at this point of his career, he is what he is. He's not going to get any better. He's not going to get any worse unless he get more injuries. But at this point in his career, he's going to the point where he's done, and he only got a couple more years to go before he's fully out of the NBA. But only reason why I say he's not going to get much worse is because he's only 30 years old. So it's not like he's 36, 37, and he's going to have rapid declines. He's still got another 3 to 4 years of being a decent player at what he does best, which is passing and scoring. So I think that for him to be 30 years old and a legitimate 6'3", 200, it's kind of shocking that he's completely out. So it's confusing. It happens, but Jeremy Lin is really going to have to figure out a way to reinvent himself and change his image if he does decide to come back to the NBA next year or later this year and try to make a roster. He has to find a way to see what people want him to do and what they want him to become. He's going to have to sacrifice. He's going to have to it seems like his ego is already gone because he's vulnerable right now and he's willing to tell the fans that he's going through some things. But other than that, I like and respect Jeremy Lin. I know I haven't had the most best view. I know that all his fans doesn't really like a lot of my videos because I told you guys years ago that he wasn't going to be a superstar. He wasn't going to be a franchise point guard. He wasn't going to be a all-star. And I was just being honest and real, and people disliked the video a whole bunch. But I stand by it because he never became an all-star, never was really a franchise-changing point guard, and he never honestly was even a legitimate dominant starter. He had some years where he was solid, but he never even averaged 18, 19, 20 points a game in the season. So I think that that's one thing. Another thing that people don't understand is that Jeremy Lin has a lot more to develop at that time, and he really wasn't where he needed to be. He needed to be to finally live up to that promise, because when you look at Lin's sanity, you seen the guy oozing a potential, a guy that really can be something special and really light up the NBA. He was prime time playing in New York. That actually helped amplify his celebrity and his fame because it is New York, one of the biggest markets, one of the biggest organizations, and makeup for basketball, the place that everybody wants to play or play at and just put on a show because it's one of the biggest stages, if not the biggest stage for arena. And for him to go out there, slice and dice the defense, get his own shot while still playing under the system. A lot of people say you can say that Mike D'Antoni helped him become who he is or found a way to use him because after that, he really never did much else. The highest points he ever made was 14 a game, outside of the 18 that he did in Brooklyn for one game. But he averaged 14.6 with the Knicks, and then he averaged 14.5 with the Brooklyn Nets. The only difference is they played around the same game, and he was able to do it twice. But at the end of the day, he never could elevate his play to become better than just a solid starter. And it is because of his athleticism and his ability not to be a knockdown three-point shooter. But you got to love his swagger and his confidence that he had playing with the Knicks and playing under Mike D'Antoni. He was taking big shots, making big plays, and he wasn't scared of the moments. And that's what you want in a star. That's what you want in a player, but he could never really get all the way to where he was a guy that was undeniable and a guy that had the opportunity to, be a superstar. He had it, but he never could really fulfill it. And he did get paid a lot of money for Houston, and he was never ever able to become nothing more than just a fourth or fifth option on the on the championship caliber team. And even that, Houston team wasn't even a championship team, and he had opportunities to be special in Houston, and it didn't work out. And James Harden took that opportunity, and he has become a franchise and superstar player in Houston. And that's what they thought Jeremy Lin would be in Houston, but he never was able to materialize and get it to the point where he was able to dominate the game consistently. And they ended up letting him go, and James Harden ended up taking that opportunity and ran with it. And that's why he's one of the best players in the world, and he has only gotten better the last 2 years, and it's kind of scary. But let me know what you guys think about Jeremy Lin at the end of the day. I'm gone. Like this video, check out my older videos on my channel. I have many playlists. I break down rookies, I break down players, I break down summer league. I do cover the draft, and I got a mock draft up already. Not only that, I do podcasts, and I also talk about the game of basketball, whether it comes to summer league, free agency, trade deadline, buyouts, and also I cover top 10 discussions and stuff like that. So you like this type of video, you like the NBA, check out my older videos and my playlists. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching.